It's cold outside, and so is the IPA. Hey, it's Brain Muffin back with the beer review, and up today from Grainworks Brewing is Brrr Cold IPA. I don't know what that means, but I like the orange and black can. I don't know if they're trying to be the Bungles or not, but hey, we're down here in Tennessee, and the Vols are the only team in this part of the state. So, very interesting, a little bit of a citrusy, orangey nose out of the can. It is very pale, that is for sure. And while that's doing its thing in the stone glass, see, stone. Let me see if there's anything on here. Joe is as cool as ice under pressure. Is as cool as ice under pressure, with as an easy swagger and a fashion sense as crisp as the weather on a playoff Sunday. In honor of the fresh Cincinnati sports icon, I don't know who Joe is. I don't know if that's that guy that used to do the sports or not. I should have turned that off. Our cold IPA brings the intensity with Citra, so there's your citrus, Simcoe and Centennial hops when keeping the malt flavor clean and subdued. While keeping the malt flavor clean and subdued. It's purposely powerful and can confidently chill. Brrr. More information, and there's a thing. You want to scan that. That is really hard to read, y'all. Some of these people, they need to hire 50-year-olds to read their stuff, and they'll realize how hard it is to read. So here we have, so it is kind of it is a very pale IPA. Typically they're darker than that, a little bit more golden. Deeper golden. You can really smell, is it the Centennial that's giving that funk or the Simcoe? I think it's the Simcoe. And yet another reason to get back into brewing and smell those hops and understand what they all are. Citra is I believe, if I remember correctly, it's a Cascade variant that concentrates more on orange and I think lemon, but the general citrus flavor, hence the name. Some variants, sometimes I get passion fruit flavors out of Cascade, but usually it's some kind of generic citrus. And years ago, I had some beer judges that actually got lemon out of one of my pale ales, which I didn't know was there. They got a strong lemon flavor, about mid-mouth. And I've said that more than once. But that is crisp and clean. I mean, I will give you that description, hard to read as it is accurate. And it's what I like is it finishes, the citrusness, the citrusiness stays around a little bit, but it doesn't. And yeah, the malt flavors are very subdued, and probably without use of caramel malts. That's how come they got it that pale. Which is usually a characteristic of an IPA, is caramelized malt. You do it right, it comes off the runnings that way. One of the things that Jason of Rivertown did, I don't know when he stopped, I think he stopped making that IPA, but he did it the old-fashioned way. Copper kettle, get it as hot as crap, and then the runnings coming off into the brew kettle, caramelized as they run down. And then you end up with a residue you have to scrape. You have to get in there and scrape it. But that is the traditional way to do it, and I commend him for that. He was very good at that. I just wish he had better success. I don't want to dwell on that. Just some bad decisions that came back to bite him, unfortunately. Would love to see him brewing somewhere else, but yeah. And there is a little hint of lemon, like right there in the front of the mouth. After the swallow, it's very subtle, but no, that's good. I actually like that, and I like the description. And I'm not sure what I would pair with this. This is probably one of those beers you could just drink. You like a hoppy beer, but you don't want to get blown out. You don't want to have this bitterness just blast your teeth off, and you don't want all those malt flavors getting in the way of the hops. this is it. This is really nice and delightful, joyful. It's probably a good introduction to IPAs. It's not over the top, but it has some subtleness to it. It's not a milkshake IPA or that other weirdness. Good. No, I like it. This is a solid, I'd say a 4.5. There's a few things that, could be persnickety, take a couple points, half point off, but no, in general, it's good. 4.5. And it's a nice, nice, flavorful, but subtle IPA. Very nice. Have it with anything. Now, I probably have this with chili or something like that because it is wintertime, and for whatever reason, for those of us who live in the Midwest, grew up a little bit in the Midwest, a little in Tennessee too, but my parents grew up in Cincinnati. So I grew up having chili, and as soon as it got cold, we have chili. I don't know why. So anyway, very good. Is there anything else from Grainworks you would like to see me review on this channel? Let me know. If you'd like to get me some stuff, let me know, and we'll figure out ways to make that exchange happen legally and lawfully. Good day. I'm going to try to do these outside like Ron does, except he lives in Louisiana.